So Tennessee, I was there last weekend doing crew stuff, because I'm on crew. I do the rowing thing. Anyways, so I'm out there doing my thing. A couple of things to note. One, we're riding. Okay, so we're riding in these like 60 passenger vans or something like that. Those big sketchy vans. And so all the ladies were piling in, and I'm like squished. And it's a 6-hour car ride down to Tennessee. So I'm like squished into the back with these two other ladies. We're all like elbow to elbow, like real snug like. And then one of the girls in the seat in front of me is like, "Oh, I'm gonna lay out on the floor for more room." And then the other girl's like, "Oh, I want shotguns." And then there's this whole seat in front of me that was just empty. So I like jumped on that like a panther. And so the entire way there and the entire way back from Tennessee, those both 6-hour drives, I had like a whole like seat I could like really lean out on. Oh shoot, there's so many people out here judging me. There's like a glass window right there. But, so anyways. So I really stressed out, and I napped hardcore. Went hard to that nap. Also, car trip games. One of my friends I was riding with, Carolyn, she was all about that car trip game life. So for like probably an hour, we were playing a game. It was simultaneously like the alphabet game, like, oh, I see a word that starts with A on that side, and then a word that starts with B on that side. Well, simultaneously playing a game called My Cow, which is like, it's exactly what it sounds like. You see the cows and you're like, my cow, and then you count the cows. And then when you pass churches, you marry the cows, past graveyards, you can kill other people's cows. So basically, it was just like I was shouting random things, I was looking everywhere, I was real paranoid. And I don't think I won. I actually think I lost pretty bad at both those games. Anyways, so then we get there, and of course, the crew team is not a big deal here. We're all kind of, so like we don't have any money, so we can't stay in a hotel, so we stayed in literally like one of the girls went to high school like nearby, and we stayed in the high school's boathouse. So it's literally like a gym floor, basically. It was carpeted, so pretty luxurious. Yeah, and so I was like, oh, well, this is going to be great. I have a sheet and a throw blanket and a pillow. Like, I'm going to be miserable. So the coach, he brought a queen size, 2 people who can do wall sit the longest of the same gender. 2 people who wall sit the longest of the same gender can have the queen size air mattress. And I'm like, I'm going for this, okay? Like, I'm a winner. So I went for it. And I was going, like, my legs were numb. Like, I've never wall sat longer in my life. I don't usually do a wall sit. I hate wall sit so much. But I was like, I want to be comfortable. I want to sleep. Even though I already had my own seat and I slept really great in the car. Anyways, so I was getting up there. Like, I did surprisingly well. Like, everyone was super impressed. And, like, I was like, okay, I need to distract myself. So I, like, it's like, someone get my phone. So I was just sitting there, like, wall sitting, and you're like, do-do-do-do. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're so casual, you're wall sits. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's because I'm such a pro. I didn't win because like this is crew team and everyone on crew team goes hard. So I was like, well, I give up. There's no way. But then there's 3 girls left, 3 girls, and then they're like, the coach is like, well, you could give up and you could all share the air mattress, and they're like, never. We only want 2 people on the air mattress, but then 2 of them went out at the same time, leaving there was only 1 person for the air mattress. And then she's like, oh, hey, Chloe, we're friends. Would you like to sleep on the air mattress with me? So I slept on a nice plushy, queen-size air mattress while everyone else is like, I'm on this dirty floor that people work out on. Oh, no! So then, I'll do this chronologically. So we basically rode like last thing that day, and it was a really great day, really pretty, like imagine like a perfect fall day, a little nip in the air but nothing unbearable. So I was enjoying myself, and then they're like, okay, listen, we're gonna need some people to carry some oars down to the dock. So I'm like, all right, I got this. So a couple of ladies, we grabbed these oars, and this Tennessee regatta we went to is the head of the hooch in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is one of the biggest regattas in the nation. This thing's huge. It's high pressure, intense stuff here. We're not expecting to do well. We're just kind of showing up for the fun. Anyways, so I'm like carrying oars down. I help, like I wipe down the boat and stuff. I got it all ready to go. And then so we're carrying the oars down, and then we're like, it's like, okay, you gotta, coach is like giving us a pep talk, and I'm not even racing. He's like, you guys gotta be quick. You gotta get those oars, get those shoes, and get out of there. So I was like, okay, do it. Put the oars, and then as we're like doing all this, we're like going like super intense fastness going on, like nothing's ever been seen like this before in your life, kind of fast. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, we're missing like a oar lock is what it's called. So it's basically something that'll keep the oar from like flying out when you're rowing, and we can't row without this very small but very significant piece of equipment. So we actually had to take the boat out of the water, walk it back on land, take all the oars back out, and it was just like, and I can't even explain like the insanity. Like one of the girls who was helping had left because she like got the oar, got the shoes, and left. That's the instructions. But then all of a sudden chaos is ensuing and society is like crumbling and like everything is falling apart. And so it was a very stressful time. But I made it through, and then it got to my row. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I feel.
I was ready to go. You know, this is what I've been waiting for all day. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go hard. Let's do this. Come on, man. But also, we're rowing 5K, so like that enthusiasm only gives you about like 1,000 meters maybe, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I don't even care anymore. Anyways, so we were rowing. I'm like, give me my, gotta keep going. So we're going. Go. I think it's really windy. The wind picks up. So your oars keep getting stuck, and you gotta like oars back, like Anyway, so oh my gosh, so it was just like everything was wet. My calluses got blisters under them. See, it's right there. See, that's my callus. I have one on each hand. Super nice day all day, just like whatever. We get up and it's just like no. It was intense. People's oars were getting stuck as they're pulling them back, and if you can't get your, it's called crabbing. You can't get your oar out of the water. If it gets stuck in the water, the oar will actually come and it'll swing at you like full pressure. And you gotta like try to like stop it or like force it back, and if it catches you by surprise, the oar, I mean, if you're lucky, you'll like duck back and it'll like swing behind you, and then you basically have to stop the boat so that you can undo it, or it'll like freaking knock you out. So, but it was a really intense time. But overall, the trip to Tennessee was absolutely love. We got back at like 2 a.m. I basically just like didn't want to do jack. And then, sorry, but then like then the people, yeah, no, so but
This is very fun.